Hey everybody, welcome back again to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. I'm doing this really fun, cool series where I'm taking these epic, isolated vocal tracks and I'm doing an analysis, a vocal tutorial, and I'm discussing the recording process as well. Before we get started, if you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe to my channel. That would be great. I also have a singing course. The course is called How to Sing Better Than Anyone Else. You can find it right here at kentamplinvocalacademy.com, where I have a free singing forum over there for you guys interested in learning how to sing, or just interested in maybe getting foot wet and see if you want to learn how to sing, or if you're an advanced singer and everything in between. But next up, Metallica, Enter Sandman. Now, James Hetfield is kind of a funny guy because everyone makes fun of, yeah, but you try to sing like that for 2 hours a night and see how you fare out. So I want to go ahead and dive right into it. Now, a buddy of mine named Mike Tacci, you can look him up, Tacci, I believe his name, how you spell it, was one of the original engineers on this, and we discussed how the recording was done. They had EQ on top of EQ. Rob Rock was just really amazing in just bringing to life, especially way back then, the power and the authority that came out of that band. So we're going to start first with the vocal. I do have the original track as well. We're going to fire that up too, but let's start with the vocal. Here we go.
Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son to include everyone. I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin till the Sandman he comes.
Okay, now, first thing is you can hear some doubling effect going on throughout the whole process of this. So I know what they're going after. They're looking just for big, powerful, gnarly, authoritative, gigantic, almost where the lead vocal itself is really anthemic, like a Bon Jovi chorus or a Whitesnake chorus, or just a Def Leppard chorus, where the whole entire vocal itself is big like that. That's, I believe, the effect, and I talked with Mike about this way back in the day, and yeah, they were just going after this big, huge, growly, gnarly sound. Now, we've seen this sound graduate into kind of what's become scream and growl and all these other different styles that have come in. So it kind of started here. So let's listen to it again with a view towards that, and we'll talk about how to pull this off, okay?
Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son to include everyone.
Let's do this together. So he's really he's not over compressing in the throat like some people do. It's a say your prayers, little one, right? So do this with me. See, just start with it clean. By the way, guys, I always advocate starting something really clean. So say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son to include everyone. I think I'm a little flat. Sorry about that. Anyway, and so start out clean with it first. Say your prayers, little one. So, you're not over compressing in the throat. And then little by little, you can kind of bring a little bit of fry into it. Say your prayers, little one. Right? You can kind of have that motif going on. So, and that's basically what he's doing. He's kind of, say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son to include everyone. I tuck you in. I forget the other lyric. Excuse me.
Say your prayers, little one.
Sorry,
don't forget my son to include everyone. I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from.
No, I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes. Right? Now, he's got a lot of effect on his voice. In fact, let me just quickly, I'm going to do something here so you can kind of hear. I'm going to throw some effect on my voice right now just so it's, effect. Hold on. Let me put some of this on here so. Here we go. Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son to include everyone. Right? I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes. All right, hold on. Woo. All right. There we go. Automation. Sometimes automation is kind of funny on you. So with that said, the reason I bring it up is there's so much effect on that sound, and I didn't even double my vocal. So I've given you other tutorials where I've done that, and I'm showing you how this all works. So, but I'm not going to do that this time because I'm going to actually have more fun with the track itself. But let's get to it. So that's basically what he does. He doesn't have a lot of range, just a lot of power and a lot of authority in the sound. All right.
I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with.
Now, by the way, comes He always says that little SI, yeah, at the end of everything. So people make fun of that, but I think it's kind of cool.
Sleep with one eye open.
Now, there's this kind of weird harmony. Sleep with one eye open. Sleep with one eye open. He's got a like sounds like a fourth underneath or an underneath harmony that kind of gives a little tension and makes it sound a little twisted, which is sleep with one eye open. You know what I mean? The boogeyman's gonna get me. By the way, a lot of Christians, and I'm Christian, a lot of Christians have, darkened this song to the point of being evil and demonic. There's a lot of darkness in this world. There's some light in this world, and there's a lot of gray in between. And there's a guy named Pat Boone. If you know, Pat Boone has actually covered this song because the song was about the boogeyman. It was about his son being afraid of the boogeyman, and even, under your bed at night, little one. And the, thoughts of the dark thoughts, they're not of Snow White. And even he says Snow White, like, you know what I mean? So you can tell he's talking to his son. So the whole song is it's kind of, I don't want to use the word silly, but it's very innocuous. It's very benign. It's not like some evil, I'm going to get you kind of thing, right? But so I want to point that out as we're going through this, guys, so we don't have to sit there and talk about, evil this and blah, blah, that. It's a good song. The rhythm section's killer. And, it's withstood the test of time. So let's continue. Here we go.
Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight, exit light.
Now, did you notice all of that harmony on the pre-chorus section? So it gives you this sleep with one eye open, hugging your pillow tight. Like it's got this kind of weird ethereal harmony going on. And then when it gets to the chorus, it just goes back to big, fat unison singing. Check it out one more time.
Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight, exit light.
Back to unison.
And tonight, take my hand, we're off to Never, Never Land.
Okay. Now, whoever did the tracks decided to put like a little bit of guitar in there. I don't know why. They're in the original vocal stem, so I can't get it out. I could have tried to edit it out. It'd be weird. So let's go to the next section. So the whole song is pretty much that. I mean, it's not, there's not a lot of mystery to it other than how big it is and how well he sings.
Something's wrong, shut the light, heavy thoughts tonight, and they all of Snow White.
Now, it's really interesting because he's singing on the one, so everything's, and he's really hammering on the right. So you notice that there's a lot of authority comes from the syncopation, not even syncopation, excuse me, the singing on the one. Right? Everything is just like it's the opposite of soul. I say your prayers, little one, don't forget my son. And right? There's no blues swag in it at all. It's very rigid, it's very on the beat. It's meant to be that way because it's meant to be really tight to the rhythm track. So let's continue. So with a view towards that, think of that because when we put in the rhythm, that'll make sense how it hits really hard with the rhythm track.
Something's wrong, shut the light, heavy thoughts tonight, and they all of Snow White. Dreams of war, dreams of lies.
Hear the harmony there? And by the way, I never noticed this harmony in the track before. So as I'm doing these vocal stems, all these new things that I didn't really notice before kind of peek out because they're isolated, they're naked, right?
Dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragons fire, and of things that will bite. Yeah!
Yeah!
Sleep with one eye open.
There's that creepy harmony again.
Gripping your pillow tight, exit
Back to unison singing.
light, and tonight, take my hand, we're off to Never, Never Land.
Okay, now I want to go back to the top of the tune and I want to bring in the band so you can hear how it sounds with the group. And then I did some fun stuff. I'll tell you what I did in a minute. But let's go ahead and bring the band in. Here we go. That is track 7-8. And check it out.
Say your prayers, it's a one. Don't forget my son, to include everyone. I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with
I'm going to ask a question, and I want all you guys that have been watching my tutorials up to this point, and these isolated vocals, I should say, excuse me, I'm going to do something to the vocal. A few things. I'm going to add some stuff, and I'm not going to tell you what I did. I want to see if you can guess it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and add the cheese that I had to my track, and I'm going to put it in right now. Now take a listen to this, and I'll A-B it back and forth so you can listen, but check it out. Here we go.
Say your prayers into one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone. I tuck you in, walk within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes.
Okay, now I'm going to take it out. I'm going to let you listen to it without all the cheese. Here we go.
Say your prayers into one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone. I tuck you in, walk within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes.
Okay, now let's take the track out, and I'm going to do it without the cheese first. So taking out the track, just the solo vocal. Here we go.
Say your prayers into one.
I'm gonna add it in a
Don't forget,
minute.
my son, to include everyone. I tuck you in, walk within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit light, and tonight, take my hand.
Now let's go back to the chorus with no cheese. Hold on, here we go. Let's take out the cheese. Here it is alone.
Gripping your pillow tight. Exit light, and tonight,
Here's with the cheese. Here's with the cheese.
exit light, and tonight, take my hand. We're off to Never, Never Land.
Now you tell me what I added from all the stuff you've been seeing me do. What do you think I did with the track? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and check out my next video.
I tuck you in, walk within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with